So, what is the role of spirituality and religion in people's lives? We know that it can provide social and emotional support. I think that was evidenced by both our Michael's story, but then also your descriptive words. Just by looking at the words that you used from the exercise we just did, a lot of the words you used can connect with that social and emotional support. It also can help people find meaning, peace, and purpose in life. That can be a really powerful contributor of religion and spirituality. We're also finding more connection in the use of religion and spirituality in the recovery from grief and also from trauma. But really, when we look at grief recovery and the process of healing from grief, which we know is not a short process, we know that people's faith and belief and spiritual connections can be of great comfort and guidance and a foundation for them as they're navigating that grief process. And then also, it can provide ethical and moral guidelines by which some people choose to live. And notice the key word here is some people. We don't want to make assumptions that because somebody is of a particular faith or religion or belief system, that means that they are living by all of those moral codes within that particular faith. But we know that for a lot of people that have, especially when we look at religion in particular, what we find is that moral guidelines and ethics can actually give people a lot of structure, and structure can give people comfort and direction and guidance in their life, and can help them make sense sometimes of their choices and decisions and path in life. And so we know that for especially people that have that religious belief system, that morality can be very important. Think of suicide. One of the things that we do when we're assessing for suicide is, of course, we identify risk factors, but the other thing that we identify is we identify protective factors. And one of the things that we explore with clients that are presenting as suicidal is we explore with them any religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs that may preclude them from attempting or completing suicide or considering suicide. And one of the things that clients may sometimes say is, my religion and my faith prohibits me from killing myself and taking my own life. Even though I have the desire to, or I'm suffering, I have this strong religious faith that is preventing me from acting on what I'm feeling inside. And that can be a very strong protective factor for some people. Let's look at possible indicators of good spiritual wellness. Generally, we find that if somebody has a good connection, a good relationship with their own spirituality, their own religion, any of these two areas, these are generally indicators when somebody has a level of connection and relationship and feels that this is an aspect of their life. We find that people generally are more hopeful and optimistic. They have more compassion and empathy for others because oftentimes this is guided by their faith and belief system, belief in humanity and compassion. They have defined values and try to live accordingly to them and feel very connected to their values. They have a strong sense of self-worth. We also find that there may be a higher ability of these individuals to forgive others and themselves more easily and to let go of more resentment, anger, whether it's to the self, towards other people. We often find as well that indicators of good spiritual wellness can include feeling peaceful or in harmony with nature, life, and the world. And then finally, finding solace in meditation or specific religious rituals like worship and prayer. So these are certainly great assets for people to have in their lives. And we certainly know that a lot of these strengths here can really assist people that are struggling with life challenges, mental health issues, illnesses, things that they're going through in life. We could probably expand on this list here, but I think this gives us kind of a good framework to understand, how we may view clients that have these certain strengths and abilities and their own religious and spiritual beliefs. And then here are some possible indicators of spiritual struggles. So, possible indicators of spiritual struggles. When someone feels empty or feels as though life lacks meaning, if they have this perpetual state of feeling anxious or unsettled, feeling as though they're just feeling out of place or feeling as though something's not right within themselves or maybe their connection to the world. They may feel as though they often need to improve themselves, maybe to excess. They never feel as though they're good enough. Sometimes people also may feel unconcerned or uncaring about life. They may present with an attitude of apathy. They may not feel a sense of compassion or empathy to the level that we see that people that do have more of a spiritual or religious base do. They may judge themselves and others quickly or harshly. They may find self compassion and self forgiveness difficult, lack a sense of inner peace, and lack a sense of belonging. And I just want to clarify that when we say spiritual struggles, this is somebody, it's not somebody that doesn't have any belief system, like that is agnostic or an atheist. These are individuals that are having some level of spiritual struggles. Maybe they have certain parts of spirituality or religion that are important to them, but they're not sure how to connect with them, or they've been cut off from those beliefs or that community. That's what we mean by spiritual struggles. And so there's a piece of them perhaps that desires some level of connection with a spiritual or religious um, part of themselves, but maybe they're not sure. And maybe a therapist can help them identify and connect with that. But sometimes we do find that people that are not sure how to connect with their own spirituality and religion may experience some of these challenges here.